Hello guys, welcome to Goshen City. In today's message, Reverend Sam preached about the reasons why some wives no longer find their husband sexually attractive. Reverend Sam in his teaching today addresses one of the most sensitive challenges many couples find difficult, challenges many couples struggle with, like losing sexual attraction in marriage. This message will help us to discover the positive causes behind the change, also the practical steps to rekindle intimacy, and also biblical principles that can help restore love, passion, intimacy, and emotional connection. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to.
I would say that a lot of nuggets you did dish out of the last response you gave about how to be demographically conscious, location conscious, and just especially women, they should take action on those and take this
Absolutely.
advice seriously. So, but mine is not really a total deviation, but a bit of differentials here, and still on sex and intimacy. Someone is asking, saying, I am not able to see my husband sexually. Now, this is a bit tricky. Like, not like I'm not able to see him that way. I'm not attracted to him. Like, I don't desire him. He also does not show interest at all. We have tried. It is not just there. This sounds like a very hopeless situation, Papa. How do we come in?
And I don't know why you chose to send me an hopeless situation. I don't know.
You have a hope here, Papa.
I get that everywhere I go to now. When people have very, very, very difficult question, they say, Reverend Sam, we've been keeping all of this for you. And I'm like, okay. Well, God is going to help us. Let me say this. The issue of attraction is subjective. The issue of attraction is subjective. Let's not forget that there must be a reason why in the first place they got married. And the number one thing that drove their marriage must have been attraction. I wish I was talking to these individuals. You will get to discover that there was something that the woman saw that made her to say, look, I'm willing to give up my father's name for your name. There was something the man saw that was attractive enough to make him say, look, I'm willing to give up all the other girls just for you. So that marriage must have begun with attraction. But attraction is something that must be nurtured. And unfortunately, we have not been taught how to nurture attraction. And I'm sure some of us will be hearing this for the first time, particularly those of us who are married. We think that attraction is on autopilot. That once I have been, because I've been attractive, I attracted her before, and I attracted him before, I will always be attractive. No, attraction has to be nurtured. You have to constantly work on being attractive. You are loved, but attraction, listen to me, what appealed to me 10 years ago isn't going to appeal to me today. So one of the things that the woman needs to know is to know how that her husband is evolving. The man needs to also see when his wife is evolving. What impressed her yesterday may not impress her today. What impressed me yesterday may not impress me today. In essence, we are all growing. We are all gaining exposure. We are all gaining education. We are all gaining experience and expertise. To remain static and think that as I was before him, so I will be, a world without end. It is the foolishness that has wrecked marriages. Now, let me give you a practical example. So here we are. I married my wife. When I got married to her, she had the particular hairdo she normally does, and I loved it. Now that was because That's all that I was exposed to. But as I travel around the world, remember, I'm not traveling blind. Okay, so I get to see. I'm like, oh my goodness, I never knew there's an hairdo like this. Now that is already creating visual stimulation, and that's beginning to make me see new possibilities via exposure. Now it is dangerous for a wife to remain static, remain fixed in the mold she was in years ago, and expect that she's going to remain attractive before a man who is constantly being exposed to new possibilities and new realities. Similarly, a woman who married you just the way you are, she married you, you were just struggling, and she could see in you a great future. And she could manage with what you have at that time or had, and you choose not to grow. And gradually she's beginning to meet with your classmates, and she's beginning to meet with some of your colleagues, and she's watching out how the people who have gone ahead of you, who were your peers, have moved on. Now she's not trying to be comparing. She's not trying to compare the two of you, but she's seeing the quality of life they are having. She's beginning to see the kind of progress they are making. Listen to me. If you don't step up your game, if you don't continue to grow, you don't have to be as rich as your friends are, but you need to make sure your wife sees growth. You can't remain static and be attractive. You can't remain static and be attractive. And by the way, I think the two of you are a practical example. I remember two of you got married, Chinedu and Eva, you all got married some few years ago. Wait, how old are you guys 11. Now in marriage?
11 years.
Are you joking? You're 11 years old? Look at it. You don't look it one bit, Now think about it. 11 years ago, I remember, you were all young, single guys and just starting your life and all of that. But look at it now. Your husband has his PhD. But you know the beautiful thing? You, Eva, when are you rounding up your PhD too?
We wrapped up in March, Papa.
You wrapped up in March?
Yes, Papa.
So you're done?
Yes.
Look at that. So Dr. Mrs., right? Amazing. So that's what I'm talking about. So you see, growth increases attractiveness. Growth increases attractiveness. Do you know what it will mean for a husband to watch his wife that he got married to? I was talking to a couple, and the man was talking to me about how he married his wife at the age of 19, and she literally was in school rounding up her university, and he got married to her. And guess what? He said, Pastor Sam, I'm amazed to see how my wife has grown. And what are we talking about? She began her life's career as an interior decorator. And he said, Pastor Sam, I was the one giving her money to do that. But he watched how she gave commitment to the job. And guess what now? She is a multi-millionaire. She's a child of God. She has grown in the things of God. And she has grown in her business. Talk to me. What kind of a man will want to throw away such a woman? She will be attractive until Jesus comes.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Let me say this. If nobody ever tells all of us, your growth is your future. You must constantly commit yourself to evolving. I used to hear that men are ugly until I saw a man that some people called ugly in the same city when the man was starting out in his career as a footballer. And then over time he played into the state division, and we noticed how that girls began to rush towards him. The same man they called ugly, when he began to play at the state level, ladies began to get attracted to him. I was in the university in that state. Then all of a sudden the man broke into the national limelight. And before you know, he went international. And then he played internationally and scored a vital goal for Nigeria, and his name went all over the place. I was in the university when that man returned to Nigeria, and then he came back to the same community that looked down on him, and I saw ladies all over the place flocking around him. Listen to me. Your growth increases your attractiveness.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Grow in the things of God. Grow in your career. Grow in your finances. Grow in your character. Become a better version of yourself. Always make sure that you are constantly evolving into a better version of you. It is where your attraction lies. I can't be attracted to what remains the same. Sameness attracts ignoring. Look, you ignore what is the same. The reason why certain things that have been in your community no longer seem to be attractive to you is because they've remained the same. This is a powerful secret I'm giving to you. You may not hear this in church.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The reason why we are all after God is because the closer we get to God, the more we discover something new about him. God is beautiful in holiness. The more you look at God, my goodness, you see a part of him. He is loving, he's merciful, he is kind, he is gracious. Just when you think you've noticed how gracious he is, then, oh my goodness, he is all sufficient, he is self-sufficient. You begin to discover, the more of God you discover, the more attractive he becomes. Oh, I guess it's one of the most beautiful things you'll be hearing today.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Your
Yes.
growth
Definitely.
is your future.
Yes.
Choose never to remain static. Always make sure that there is always a mystery about you. That year in and out, nobody can say this year you were the same last year. The moment you become predictable to people, you lose your attraction power. The moment people can put you in a box,
That's it.
you're done. But when people look at you and make, my goodness, wow, look at, she no longer talks the way she used to talk. She no longer acts the way she acts. Look at the way she conducts. Look at the way she dresses now. Hey, listen to me. Keep on evolving.
Yes, sir.
Wives, don't think because you have secured a man who goes to church, don't think because of that you have him in your cage and in your zoo for the rest of his life. Even animals who eventually find out that there is nothing new in the zoo will go outside. Look, listen, if you want to keep him at home, woman of God, you need to evolve.
Yes, sir.
Let him behold you and like, good God Almighty, who are you? Just when I thought I know my wife, she changes.
Changes.
Just when I think I know my husband, he's coming up with something new.
Yeah.
Keep evolving. Refuse to remain static. So, hey, the same thing I want to say to that couple. I would just simply say to that person, grow. Everything will change. Because you see, if your husband is you're no longer attracted to him, it means there's nothing new about him. There's nothing special anymore. He has lost it. And similarly, if he's not attracted to you, you're also not growing. It might just be that your character has gone from good to worse. And nobody wants to be in love with your past. I want to be constantly attracted to what you are evolving. Oh, come on, Lord Jesus. I feel like clapping right now because I feel God just said something right there. I tell you, even I felt it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen to me.
Word.
I didn't marry you. Imagine Pastor Mary. Imagine me living with a worse version of what I married. And you want me to be attracted to that? I'm not seeing growth. I'm not seeing improvement. On the contrary, I'm seeing a woman worse than what I married. Imagine Pastor Mary seeing me now worse off than what she dreamt of. She came into this marriage with aspiration that I'm going to grow, I'm going to become better. And then here is she now dealing with things worse than what she saw before she got married. I don't care to know if she meets with God every morning, she's going to lose attraction for what is no longer progressive. After all, the Bible says we go from glory to glory. Can you see that? That's where our beauty lies. That's where the attraction lies. That you go from glory to glory. Sexual attraction is easy. Sexual attraction becomes wonderful when, oh my God, I was there watching my husband when he was speaking, and I was blown away with my goodness, the way the crowd celebrate. Tell me about a woman who was there watching her husband speaking, and the entire crowd stood up to clap for him. She is Mama you. Hey, Mama. She's going to be waiting for him before he gets home.
I'm telling you, like,
they will be driving home, and she's already going to be rubbing his body, and she's like, my goodness. Except she's a wicked woman. Except she's a wicked woman. Every person celebrates amazing performances by their partners. That's why you see on football pitch when people score goals and when they are finishing the match, or somebody runs a race and breaks a record, you see the family members come out. Let me say this. You need to hear this loud and clear. Your future is in your growth. Keep evolving. You remain attractive. You will continue to be attractive to your partner if your partner keeps finding you becoming new every morning.
Every morning.
Keep on growing.
Like his faithfulness.
Keep on evolving. And trust me, everything will be better.